Hey man, he Brown Ben Malal come back at you with another edition of this Boomer's Logic. I have this camera this way right now because I really don't know how to. Y'all already know I don't know how to set up the split screen, do all that type of stuff. My wife is at work. The brother sent me a video. My brother Mordecai sent me a video. He wanted me to react to or respond to it and give my opinion. So I put it on my tablet. Um, that's the only way I knew how to do it, and we're gonna do it this way. But before I jump into this video, if you haven't already, go to the channel, Hebron Ben Bilal, Boomer's Logic, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, yada yada yada. Anyway, it's funny that the brother sent me this because not only have I encountered this situation just the other day, about 4 days ago, being pulled over by the police, I had this same thing asked of me by my older brother Tony. When I first came home, he asked me, "Hey, look, how would you deal with this situation? How exactly, as you know, being a dude that was in the streets, how would you address this?" Now you got to remember, I'm 50 plus years old now, so I would go about things completely and totally differently than I would when I was 20. Especially when I was in the streets doing all the stuff that I remember an encounter that I had with the police once. But before we get into all that and I get to droning on, let's watch the part of the video because this is it's like 19 minutes. We're not gonna watch it all. We'll watch part of it.
Mr. Williams.
Yes, sir.
As I explained to you, all right, initially, talking to the headphones you had in your ears, you can't have headphones in your ears. Your window tint's illegal.
You didn't say nothing about it. Nah, you won't leave my registration back. Listen,
your window tint is illegal also.
but that doesn't give you a reason to want to search you.
I noticed I didn't say it.
That don't give you a reason to want to search my
Mr.
car.
Williams, I'm not talking about trying to search your car. I'm giving you a...
Nah, but you said you asked me that I have drugs. You asked me that I have guns. You have no reason to want to search my vehicle.
Williams, I'm giving you a few reasons here why I'm going where I'm going. You said you brought up you're using a new app that took you out of your way. You're 10 miles outside of where it is you need to go. On that app, does it show you the direction that you just
It don't matter. I don't have to answer any questions. I gave you all my paperwork, my information. You don't. Nah, but you acting like I'm committing a crime. That's not being a crime up here. I'm coming up here to see my brother. I'm not being argumentative. You could have gave me my ID back and let me go. I didn't do anything wrong. Tired of this shit. He want to search my car. I gave him license, registration, insurance. He said he pulled me over because I had earphones in my ear. He said he pulled me over because I had earphones in my ear. All my paperwork straightened out. He gave it back to me. He keep my license talking about, yo, he want to search the car now. Nah, you ain't searching the car now. You coming back talking about, you got tinted windows, you got this. My windows was rolled down. Negative. I'm coming up to see my brother. My brother's at Allenwood Federal Prison. Right up here. The GPS took me an extra stop because I'm using Waze now. I'm not using Google Maps. I told him that. It's not a crime being up here. Being up here is not a crime. There's no reason for him to want to search my car. I ain't do nothing wrong. Now here comes his backup now. I asked him for a supervisor. He told me no, there's no supervisor working. So now here comes his backup. Don't matter. This stuff got to stop. He pulling me over for nothing. Now he trying to justify to the sergeant. First you said it wasn't no sergeant. Now he back there making up some bull crap. I ain't do nothing wrong. I wasn't speeding. He don't smell no drugs. I ain't up here for that. I'm up here to see my brother. The GPS took me out of the way. It's not a crime riding through here. He brought me my paperwork back. Then he said, do you object to me searching the vehicle? Hell yes, I object to you searching the vehicle because it's my constitutional right. He have no reason to want to search my vehicle. So I dialed 911. I explained to 911 what was going on. I gave him my first and last name because I don't want to die today. It ain't happening. I don't know what's being said back there. I'm up in Williamsport, PA, near the Sunoco gas station right next to the AAA. I ain't did nothing wrong. The GPS took me the wrong way because I'm using the Waze app. I'm not using Google. I'm not using Google Maps. I got off at the next exit and it said that I'm 10 minutes away. Ain't no way in the world stopping in a small town is a crime. And you're not searching my car. You're not getting no drug, dog. I'm not under arrest. I didn't do anything wrong. Hell no.
Okay, it's enough of that. I wish I knew. I don't even know how to make this thing spin around. I'm sorry. I'm just I'm illiterate when it comes to technology. But I'm gonna give you my take on this, right? So when my brother had asked me when I first came home, and then I'm gonna tie this in with me getting pulled over just the other day. When my brother asked me when I first got home, he sent me a video that was similar to this, right? And he asked me what my take was. I said, listen, I'm seeing a lot of this. You know what I'm saying? This was in vogue. This was chic. This was, this was cool to do initially. You know what I'm saying? You can get click, likes, and views. This is an old video. I've seen this one before. You could get all kind of clicks, likes, views, and all that type of stuff. But you see that he didn't start recording from the initial stop, right? So there's a lot that happened between the officer coming to talk to him and him starting to record. And this is what a lot of these millennials do. What they'll do is start to record after they stirred up contention. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a police officer, whether it's somebody at a store, whether it's somebody at a restaurant, they'll stir up contention. And then they'll start to record and say, see, look at what they're doing. This is what they do because they want likes, clicks, views. They, this whole SJW garbage going on. So let me explain to you, like I told my brother, I said, yo, listen, check this out. Now, I'm going to take you to my traffic stop. And I called my wife immediately after the traffic stop. So the police pulled me over. They were behind me for about a half a mile, right, the other day. We went through a construction zone. They continued to follow me. I pulled over. They fired me up. I pulled over in a little lot. The first thing I did was survey the area that I was in. Why do I survey the area? Because I need to know, is anybody out here watching? Is anybody, there that can, testify to the fact of what might not occur? And also I needed escape routes. Because if it gets hairy, I'm out of there. I ain't gonna lie, I'll run in a minute. But I didn't feel that type of, I don't got no dope in the car. I ain't robbed no banks lately. Not that did I rob any? I ain't robbed a bank lately. So I ain't tripping. Pulled over. First thing I did was before he got out of his vehicle, I made sure I had my wallet out my pocket, had my driver's license, and both hands on the steering wheel. One hand I had my wallet. The other hand I had my driver's license. So he has a body cam. All officers wear body cams now. So as soon as you come up, you're going to see that I got two things in my hand. A wallet in one and an ID in the other. So when he came up to the car, he said that I was swerving. It was no confrontation there. I told him, yeah, I swerved, but I turned my signal on, to get in front of you because we were in a construction zone. So, yeah, you're going to be doing some swerving, but we didn't get confrontational, and I wouldn't allow it to go to that point of confrontation. This was a young white dude. He seemed to be about 25 to 30, right? We didn't get confrontational. I told him why I swerved, and I explained to him that I hit my blinker, my signal to get over. He agreed. He said, do you have your driver's license? I had both hands on the steering wheel, handed him my ID. He said, okay, I'm just making sure that you are to be driving. I said, yeah, I'm good. So he went back to the vehicle. It wasn't even, listen, this whole thing didn't take 7 minutes. He sat in the car. Literally, as soon as he sat in the car, he got back up. He came over. And he said, what you out here doing today? So instead of, and I told my wife, my wife even said, you don't have to tell him what you're doing. But instead of being confrontational, the first thing I did was tell him, I'm out here hustling. I'm out here doing my thing, showed him my stuff. And you know what I'm saying? He's like, okay, cool. All right, have a good day, man. Enjoy your day. Simple as that. But see, what happens is you have these young millennials and they create the confrontation because they want the likes, clicks, and the views. I don't want a like, click, and a view. Man, I'm not trying to go listen, at the end of this video, this young dude was talking about how he's been there for 45 minutes. And this dude been having me sit here for 45 minutes. No, he ain't had you sitting there for 45 minutes. You had you sitting there for 45 minutes. This is what I told my brother. And he asked me, he said, man, he sent me one of these same videos, and he asked me, and I called him. I said, listen, when I get pulled over by the police, it's simple. Because I ain't got no dope in the car. I don't have no guns. I don't got nothing. Here you go. Here's my ID. Oh, you want to search the vehicle? But see, here's the problem. With a lot of y'all, you don't understand that you're able to stand there and watch as they search the vehicle. You don't have to walk away from the vehicle. Even if they tell you to stand back, put your hands on the vehicle, you are allowed. That's like you're in prison, right? Say, for instance, you're in prison. The police want to go in and shake down your cell. You have the right to stand in front of your cell while the officer shakes down your cell. Same thing with the police. If they say, hey, listen, can I search your vehicle? Yeah, sure. If I ain't got no doping gun, why do I give two rat turds about them searching my vehicle? I don't have nothing in there. And I have the right to stand there and watch you as you examine my vehicle. Just in case you want to put something in there. I can record you. I can do all these particular things. Here's the problem. With most of us, once again, we go back to likes, clicks, and views. Everybody want to be, seen on social media. Look at what they doing. But he didn't record it from the beginning. See, we don't know what was said at the beginning. That officer probably made it very simple. Hey, listen, dust, and dust. And he kicked up more dust than needed to be kicked up. You understand what I'm saying? So this is what these SJW types do. They start recording 5, 6, 10 minutes after the encounter happens. And this is one of those situations where I believe, this is just my opinion, he starts recording because he even said it. Oh, I told him to call his supervisor and all this. Okay, well, where did all this come from? Where the hell did all this come from? Why didn't we see that? That's what I wanted to see. See, I didn't get to see that. I got to see where you accusing him of doing this and you accusing him of doing that. And he's like, nah, man, I'm just saying that. And you know, and another thing. How in the hell does your GPS take you 10 miles? 10, not a mile, not 2, 10 miles away from where you're supposed to be. Come on, man. See, it's these little games that these millennials want to play, these SJWs want to play. And, at the end of the day, it's simple. You get pulled over, have your wallet out, have one hand on the steering wheel, have the other hand on the steering wheel. Once these people get to talking to you, say, hey, listen, this is why I'm out here, this is what I'm doing. Simple as that. Give me your ID, give me your proof of insurance, and keep it moving. If they ask you why you're out there, don't get offensive and say, I don't have to tell you. Tell them and just keep moving. It's easy. This is why I have an issue and a problem with these type of videos. Because, once again, you stir it up and then you start to record where it benefits you, where it profits you. This is where you start to record. Because I want you to see how just oppressive these police are. Listen, man, listen, even when I was selling dope, even when I was selling dope and robbing banks, I didn't have any problem with the police because I already knew and understood the routine. This is exactly how you do this. And you're going to get away from it real smooth and simple like. Y'all like that, don't you? Yeah. Death to Michigan. Okay, I'm done with this one. That's your answer, Mordecai. Love you. See y'all on the next one.